Let's go. No, this isn't like a Q&A. This will be something else. Hit us with a montage. Oh, let's go, dude. Easy clap. Domestic violence in the montage. Hey, yo? Hey, yo? No way, bro. It's gonna be Candyman. Just watch. Oh, nice set.
All right, what I was trying to say before I got rudely interrupted is that Funko Pops are coming. This is super exciting for us.
That's what you said last year.
A long time to be able to announce this. So right now I'm going to give you a sneak peek of the 4 characters coming to Funko Pops. The Wraith, the Doctor, the Huntress, and Claudette Morel.
Cool.
If you're like me, you're thrilled and you can't wait to get your hands on those. I can tell you you'll be able to get those before the end of the year.
All right.
Okay, now that I've shared that and that I've had a moment to calm down, let me officially welcome you to the Dead by Daylight 6th anniversary celebration.
Let's go!
We've got an amazing show for you today. We have the whole team ready to share some of the exciting stuff coming. We've got a few surprises in store. We hope you're going to have a good time.
Stream hands.
Now, last year, our 5th anniversary was all about
Only
looking
Funko
back
Pops.
at the 5 years before. It was a trip down memory lane, and I had a good time for one. Since then, we've hit 50 million players in Dead by Daylight. That's crazy. We announced a board game that was funded in under 1 day on Kickstarter. That was an amazing job by our friends at Level 99. We've also consistently stayed within the 20 top games streamed on Twitch.
That would be a good idea, honestly.
That, and with our next chapter,
Their merch store, the Trickster tank top.
But today, it's not about looking back. Today is about looking at the future. We couldn't be happier to have 50 million of you out there playing the game with us. And while there's still a ton of stuff to do, we want to focus on the things that are going to make their way into the game next year. In the past, we've used these anniversaries to share our dreams and to share our ambitions. And we dreamed big. It's our job to do so. Once in a while, these dreams ended up being bigger than what we were able to deliver. And we don't want to do that today. Today, our goal is to talk about what is actually going to happen within the next year and to give you precise timelines.
Oh?
When you can expect those.
An actual roadmap? Real?
We're humbled by your passion and your support. Thank you so much for taking this trip with us through the last 6 years.
We might actually get a proper roadmap. Damn.
Oh, and if you're watching this on Twitch or YouTube, you can actually play Director of Broadcast by voting in the chat and help us figure out which segments are going to come in what order.
Well, I'm not going to do that.
Here's a
That requires looking at the Twitch chat.
We have in store for you today.
Oh, goody. Let's go, dude. Easy clap. The roadmap, quality of life improvements, gameplay improvements, the chapter reveal, and a look at the store. Okay. Okay.
We want you to be in control of what we talk about next. You know what? Let's try it right now. Which one of these would you prefer to have? A, some free stuff. B,
it could be anything though.
Really nice.
Oh, B. B. Let's go, B. Let's go. Easy clap. Bruh, look. So-called free thinkers when they're giving options, bro. Who's voting A, bro? Oh my god, man. It's both true. Dude, they say free stuff, but they might just give you 1 blood point. 1 blood point's free, bro. Get something really nice. Like the Trickster tank top on the DVD merch store. Oh my god, the community is feral for free stuff. Oh my god, bro. Zam! Is Tia quick on the draw? I don't know. Let's find out. Tia spamming the keyboard. Gotta get it quick.
Thank you so much for joining us today in the celebration
He's
of
cool.
Dead by Daylight's 6th anniversary. I'm Stéphane Beauchamp, Senior Producer on the project, and I'm joined by Justin Brown, Senior Product Manager on the project. In today's panel, we will have a look at the upcoming content for next year, so Dead by Daylight's 7th year, the planned chapters, as well as a
Greedy
report for the
motherfuckers.
game. Before we dive into that, however,
What's up,
this
Ken?
is a really good opportunity to look at our accomplishments from last year and talk a bit more about what we're particularly proud of or excited or happy that was released over the last year. For me, I'm always extremely impressed by the quality of our journal content, and the Portrait of Murder chapter was another one that really left a mark on me. But that being said, year 6 was an amazing year when it comes to licensed content, with the addition of Resident Evil, Hellraiser chapter, as well as Ringu, 3 classic cult horror icons into our game. And it really,
Thanks,
really
All1.
warms my heart to see all of those
That's cool.
different characters come together in the one and the same game.
I guess there's the
there
code.
anything you're particularly proud
There
of
is
that
the
we did last
code.
year?
Yeah, of course. The first thing that comes to mind is the updated onboarding and tutorial. Seeing that come out to such a positive reaction within our community was really amazing, really rewarding for the team that worked so hard on those features. The next would be the 2 brand new maps we introduced last year. It had been a long time since we introduced new maps.
I know about that one, Chief.
Totally delivered on those maps, visually stunning. And that's not to mention the
Area of
unbelievable
Cringe
job done on the
RPD.
Hatchet rework, which recently released. And last but not least, it would be the Snowman event. All of the hilarious memes, movies, memories
Yeah,
that were shared.
the
in
winter
that
event was good.
holiday season was
Good event.
unbelievably amazing.
That was good.
Something I hope we can recreate again this year. Now, I'd like to take this moment
Yo,
just
what
to
a
mention
focus.
that when we develop our roadmap, we always aim at delivering the most quality as we possibly can for you, our players. However, as it is a live tool, we are constantly having to update it due to urgent issues or new opportunities that arise throughout the year. As such, there were a few features we mentioned during last year's anniversary stream that still have not made their way into the game. Fear not, we will be talking about most of those features later today.
Okay.
When we talk about what's coming up in
Okay.
the next year,
I'll
first,
believe it when I see it.
I'll tell you some of the things we know we can expect throughout this next year. There will be 4 new chapters, which means 4 new killers and their survivor counterparts, of course. In addition to that, there will be 4 tomes in the archives, diving deeper into our characters' lore. And with the narrative direction around the Observer's Tower going in a new direction, we're all super excited to watch that unfold.
What is this all about? We'll learn more over the coming year. It's really exciting. For some of you who have been with us over the past year, the 4 pillars will probably be known to you all. They're really things we have continuously worked upon over the last 6 years of the game. So our 4 pillars composing the roadmap for this year are game health, quality of life updates, live design, as well
Please
as,
tell me that's not the
our
roadmap.
events.
Please give us an
Give us
actual
a bit more
roadmap.
info about the
Game health. Yeah, sure, I will. I would love to, Stefan. When we talk about game health, there are some aspects of game health that will always be ongoing priorities for us, such as security improvements and game performance
Just the
optimization.
volume. I got you.
But this year, we're putting an added focus on matchmaking. We want to improve the matchmake wait times as much as we can, in addition to accounting for the various play styles we see throughout our community and rewarding them as such. When we talk about matchmaking, though, it's also very much a quality of life topic, which segues very well into our second pillar.
It is an amazing segue, as if it was planned all along. You're a natural at that. Talking more about quality of life improvements and updates, you did talk about the roadmap and how we continuously shift things around and such. We use a lot of the feedback from the community to feed into that. And as such, CSAT surveys are a really important part for that, forums, social networks, etc., etc. When we did announce the Autobahn feature during last year's anniversary, it was met with a lot of mixed feelings from the community. And as such, we really held off a bit to make sure we were doing this in the best way possible. We know toxicity as well as cheating is something that has to continuously be looked at and addressed in the game to keep the game as safe as possible. And as such, autoban and improvements to those systems is an important part for us that we're going to keep looking at this year, but we want to make sure we do it in the best way possible. To dive a bit more into quality of life updates, we'll have Justin Banks and Aurélie Géraud talk a bit more about that in a future panel today, which I'm really looking forward to. But for now, is there anything you want to share with us about life design?
Eyes.
As a live game, constant iterations in our design and live balance updates are critical to keeping the game feeling fun, fresh, and exciting for our players. In addition to that, players' behaviors are constantly evolving, and we need to adapt to accommodate those new behaviors all the time. Matt Spriggans will be up shortly to talk more about the huge updates that we have coming and planned for this year in regarding live balance.
And huge is not an understatement.
Not an understatement at all. But one piece of news we're happy to break right now is that we're actively working on a major rework of the Raccoon City Police Department map that we released last year during Resident Evil chapter. We can expect to see that sometime this fall, but we will keep you updated as we near closer to the final release.
The map is so bad they gotta rework it, bro.
It's often been a difficult map to navigate and to play for players, and we're really looking forward to see how it can actually be brought up to the standards that we have today, and I'm looking forward. With that said, I'll jump into.
If you ask me, they should have just went with
really,
the streets from
is an important aspect
RE3. I think that would have been better.
To move the game
Or
in a
PD.
direction that's a little bit farther off the beaten path, something that's not necessarily what you'd expect from Dead by Daylight, but do that as a time-based thing allows us to really do something completely crazy sometimes and such.
Breakable walls.
This is really an opportunity for us to get communities together and to generate moments you're never going to forget. I always think back of that game you played of Dead by Daylight during that specific moment of the year. As we've always done over the last few years, we'll have 4 main moments
literally,
of the year
Kilo.
that we're going to celebrate through events, which are going to be our anniversary period coming up in a few weeks from now, the Halloween period, the winter period, as well as the Lunar New Year period.
Cool.
These 4 events are really going to be the main ones for the year, but our cornerstone events are going to be Halloween and anniversary, since they're such big, important moments for the game. On top of those, we're also going to try and do more live activations, such as login bonuses, Blood Rush that you're all familiar with, and boosted Rift Fragments collection, so that there's a reason for
I liked their
everyone to come back to the game and
double
be more
XP
excited
thing.
about
That was
playing
nice.
Dead by Daylight more often, and be
They
happy
should do
about
that
the
more
rewards
often.
you're
That's
getting
cool.
for doing that. So, really looking forward to this year. It's really been an amazing one for us, and thank you so much, especially for the
Pumpkin
continued support
kicking real?
throughout those 6 years. So, thank you, everyone.
Zam. Okay, so they didn't give us a roadmap.
Daylight fans, I hope you're enjoying the 6th anniversary celebration of Dead by Daylight. I'm Matthias Claesen, I'm the director of the Recreational Fear Lab, and I'm here to talk to you about why people enjoy horror. Now, it might seem weird that folks like us voluntarily seek out frightening entertainment, but it's actually very common and for good scientific reason. It is part of human nature to find pleasure in playing with fear. It's what kids do when they play hide and seek, and it's what we do when we play DBD. When you're playing as a survivor, you're reenacting an ancient evolutionary drama.
Gino. There is no
You're trying
roadmap.
to stay alive in a dangerous world.
There is no
outrunning and
roadmap.
outsmarting a bloodthirsty predator. Your whole body is in survival mode, heart racing to prepare you for fight or flight. You get that invigorating adrenaline kick, and if you escape the killer, you're rewarded with a flood of feel-good neurotransmitters such as dopamine. Playing as a killer is different. You're immersing yourself in that same ancient scenario of predation. But now it's about catching your prey and the ecstasy of the hunt. It's that same adrenaline.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Tingling relief of
What?
survival. It's the
Why is this so
exhilarating
serious?
delight of
What?
victory, the thrill of the kill. So when you play DBD, you're satisfying
What?
a primal desire for the
What do you
simulation,
mean?
for playing in fear. But you're also satisfying another
Yo, look,
primal
it's
desire,
Ormond with
namely the
actual good
desire for
lighting. Oh my
story.
god.
Because DBD isn't just about the hunt. It's also about exploring the rich and constantly evolving narrative world of the game. Whether you're out for survival or blood, I wish you good luck
Sus
on your
levels,
next journey
literally.
into the fog.
Evil. I don't know what that was. I was like half paying attention. I just heard like words like ecstasy or dopamine, and I was very confused. Primal. I was like, oh damn, this is very serious.
The killer is coming, but the generator is almost complete. What do you do? A. Hit the last skill check. B. Run. C. Let the killer grab you. D. Blow up the generator.
I don't know why you guys are typing letters in the chat. It's not linked to their stream. Oh my god, bro. Imagine not typing E. Exactly, there we go. E. Dead hard, lol. Not hard, bro. Shut up, let me be happy. Understandable. E.
Hi there, I'm Matt.
It's Matt!
Design director on Dead by Daylight. I work with Dave, the creative director, and the rest of the DBD game design team on everything from updating and balancing our existing content to the development of all our new chapters and game features. I'm really happy to be back with you once more for this 6th anniversary broadcast. The upcoming year is going to be a really big one for Dead by Daylight, so I'm excited to share 3 key updates that our team of talented designers have been working on. An overhaul of our killer and survivor perks.
Good.
A rework of our approach to prestige and progression.
Good.
And finally, an update on the changes to the Memento Mori system.
That's what you said last year!
One of the main goals
my
for the
God.
game design team is to explore new ways that we can keep the player experience in Dead by Daylight fresh and fun.
It's
for
true,
both
doing the
players
drip pose.
entering our universe, and for our highly
means
engaged expert
necessary.
players with hundreds or even thousands of hours in the game. In listening to our players and reviewing our own data, we've found that some of the most consistent feedback is that in our high-level matches, meta perks have essentially taken over, meaning that players are consistently seeing the same perk loadouts again and again for every
You
killer and
bet.
every survivor. Looking at our data, there's a clear gap between the most popular perks for each role.
Yes.
On the killer side, these are Corrupt Intervention, Scourge Hook Pain Resonance, Barbecue and Chili, Hex Ruin, and Pop Goes the Weasel.
Dude, literally
And for
almost
survivors,
all of
Dead Hard,
them were
Decisive
slow
Strike,
down.
Borrowed Time, Iron Will, and of course, Self-Care.
Self-care gamers, let's
With little
go.
motivation to explore different perk loadouts, this can naturally lead to a feeling of gameplay becoming stale. Therefore, in the coming months, we'll be releasing a major update that will rework and rebalance roughly all killer and survivor perks, including the ones that I've just
Okay.
mentioned.
40
This
perks.
is aimed at eliminating these clear, dominant perk trends
Damn.
and strategies
That's a
that
Michaela
we've been
Pog.
seeing in the game for a while.
To 40 perks? Alright,
There will
base.
also be some
I'm holding
strong
you to that.
baseline gameplay adjustments that we would like to share with you a little bit closer to the release date.
Nice.
So, we'll keep monitoring, keep reviewing, and keep adjusting our collection of perks in this way on a more regular basis to make sure that we avoid these meta perks becoming consistent trends for extended periods, whilst opening up the gateway for new undiscovered metas to emerge. With this upcoming focus on balance, we're also working on an update to make perks easier to acquire and encourage more exploration of new combinations in perk loadouts. In an upcoming patch, we'll be releasing a rework of Dead by Daylight's prestige system,
Nice.
aimed at reducing the grind in the game by giving players more direct, quick, and easy access to perks.
Very nice.
Something that will improve the quality of life, not only for our long-term dedicated players, but especially new players looking to get into the game. Our current prestige system is optional, and it awards a bloodied version of the base cosmetic outfit, whilst resetting the perks, add-ons, and items in the character's inventory. This update will change how this works entirely. When this feature releases, prestiging a character for the first time will instantly unlock that character's Tier 1 personal perks on all other killers or survivors, making
Oh.
them immediately available in their loadouts.
Okay.
We know that our players are hoping that the RNG gods
Cool.
provide them with barbecue and chili in their early blood webs. However, with this feature, you simply prestige the cannibal to prestige level 1, 2, or 3 to unlock all of Leatherface's perks at the corresponding tier for every
That's
other
based as
killer.
fuck. That is,
This will
I love that.
significantly reduce
That's
the grind
great.
and completely eliminate the random chance needed to acquire specific teachable perks through the Bloodweb system.
That's a good change. That's
Of
good.
course, it's worth mentioning the prestige level won't be capped at just 3,
Oh?
so you'll be able to show your dedication
Oh?
to a particular character by raising them well beyond that. Additionally, the act of
Oh.
prestiging will not remove their perks, items, or add-ons.
I'm not
So there's no
prestiging Legion.
longer an
I'm keeping my
associated
thousands of
reset the
add-ons. I'm
character,
keeping them.
if you will.
Legion stays
For
at
those who
B3.
haven't yet prestiged their characters, we're also working on a fair way to still reward players for their time investment and dedication once this update takes effect. Fans can expect both the prestige and perk updates to drop around the same time during a major release this summer.
Oh, okay, so literally like next
Finally,
mid-chapter.
I would like to close things out with some news on the
Oh.
Mori updates that we shared last year. While it's
Eyes.
still coming, we have slightly adjusted our approach to the system
Uh-huh.
based on research, feedback, and prototyping iteration. We've arrived at something that feels more straightforward, yet still
Prestige
accomplishes the same
69
goals that
Bubba.
we set out with. The change to the system will still remove the Mori ability from offerings, focusing instead on rewarding efficient killer play, but will be incorporating the Mori animation as more of a natural ending to the match. This is something that we're currently calling the finisher Mori. When a killer downs the last survivor standing, rather than drawing things out and having them pick up and hook the survivor, we'll instead transition immediately and automatically to the killer's Mori animation, allowing them to close things out in style, and in a way that you would expect from an unstoppable killing machine.
Okay, so it's just a cinematic
There's also a
thing
few
at the end
other
of the game.
additional changes
Okay.
coming with this system that we're not quite ready to share yet. But we're hoping to release the new Mori system as part of our Halloween update this year.
Wait.
So look out for that.
Wait a minute. Does that mean...
While we couldn't cover all of the
Wait.
details of these updates in the span of
Wait a
one
minute.
segment, anyone looking for more information can head over
Does
to our
that mean
website,
if there's
deadbydaylight.com,
one survivor
or like
left
broadcast.
and they're running out of the gate with like
Thank you as
DS
always for
and
the
you
support.
M1 them?
We can't wait to get these updates
Just
into your hands as
immediately
soon as
get
possible
Mori'd.
to see your amazing reactions.
That's so
Thanks again,
fucked up.
and see you in the fog.
Oh no. Oh no.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Macmillan Estate for Dead by Daylight's 6th anniversary. I'm Justin. one of
It's
the senior product
Justin!
managers on the game.
He's
And I'm
back.
the producer on Dead by Daylight. And what a cool set we're on today.
I think it's pretty cool. I mean, I hear there's some traps around, but we'll be a little careful.
Yeah, we'll try.
So last year, Orly and I were here with all of you just to talk about the pillars for the year. But I think some other guys on the team have that covered. So this year, we're here to talk about the quality of life updates
Let's
that
go.
are coming to the game for year 7. And now, while it's always our goal to give you the most accurate picture of what's coming and when, the reality is that deadlines can shift as well as priorities. And we live in a pretty weird world these days, so there's a lot of external factors as well. So, I mean, that all being said, we are going to work to have the most open dialogue with our players. So if something changes, you can bet us, other members on the team, we are going to be communicating and let you know if something shifts, changes, removes, added, really at all. We're going to make sure that you guys know about it. That being said, let's get to it.
Yes, and that's really cool because today when you will open the PTB...
Oh, so the
first
PTB
thing
is
that you will
today.
notice
Nice.
is this new vertical layout that we have.
Eh!
The
Icky,
idea behind this
icky.
is we were running out of space with the current one, and we wanted to have more clarity.
I'll get used
and
to
also make
it.
them
But it
way
looks
more
fucking
visible
bad in
for you.
comparison.
Like, for example, some text in some languages, they will have more space, but also when we have an event or something happening in the game, now you will be able to see right away when you enter in the game what is happening and how long it will take. You won't have to go through different screens, navigate through the game to get access to this information.
And so I think if I can kind of nail down something cool for everybody is that I don't have to go into the archives to see how long is left in the rift,
Correct.
I'll
Oh,
see it
that's
right
nice.
on the main menu.
Nice.
Correct. You will have the exact timer how long it will take.
See, I'll get used to that
until you
UI,
have the
but
lift.
it's just the
And that's
immediate
part of
reaction to it
what will
is,
make just the navigation easier and the information easier to find in Dead by Daylight.
That's a nice
Another
feature, though.
feature that will be also available today for the PTB, and I think that one will be really appreciated.
I think so. I think this one is one of those that.
Oh,
players
please
can
be
actually
solo
play for
queue.
quite some time.
Please be
That's
solo queue.
So that's the preset loadout.
Oh, let's go!
Loadout screen. Now you will be able to have different.
Oh
saves,
my
up to
God,
3
bro.
For the moment, for your offering perks.
We can
items,
save our loadouts.
items.
Oh,
So you will be able to adapt your
glorious. I'm
playstyle
gonna nut.
according
Oh
to
my
what you wanna
God.
play.
Exactly. So I mean, if you
No
guys
way,
wanted to
bro.
create one loadout for goofy perks, one for playing by yourself, one for playing as a team, you just change those with the press of a button. No longer are you looking through, this whole inventory of perks that we have.
Correct. It will be your choice to decide between hardcore and casual games. Something else, you'll be also able to save loadouts.
Oh,
So if you have a different
oh
style
my
and you're always,
God.
like wondering which one to use, well, now it will be extremely useful. Easy
This is
for you to
based as
switch
fuck,
between them.
dude.
And
Oh
for
my
both
God.
the main menu and the preset loadout, we really think that the two features, they will bring more comfort and ease for the player. And we are really looking into feedback. So please, when you grab the PTB today, share your feedback about these two improvements. This will help you to create the best quality of life improvement in the future as well for you. But that's for today. So what is happening for the next upcoming releases?
Right. So for that, we've got some other upcoming features to share with everybody.
There
out
used to be
there.
a
So
settings menu,
one of the
please.
main
I
ones
beg
that
you.
we actually announced last year, as you remember, I think we were both there, was matchmaking incentives. So what we mean when we're talking about this is when players are matchmaking, we try to establish a good ratio of 4 survivors to 1 killer. And whether or not this ratio is
He said ratio. Oh my God.
imbalanced one way or another depends on your server, depends on your time of day. So what we are doing is we are providing players with extra blood points to play as the role that is
50%
most
bonus.
needed on their server, at that time of day when they're online.
Okay.
Which I think is going to be pretty useful for our players.
Correct. And with the new layout that we just mentioned, like it will be really easy for the player to see in front, like on which queue they should go if they want to have the less waiting time.
Exactly. As soon as you log in, you're going to know which role needs you the most. So if you're there for BP or if you're there just to have fun with your friends, I mean, really, we're giving you so many more options. I think it's going to be a great experience.
BP cap? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Not even that, but
That's what I'm
while
thinking.
you're in this matchmaking, trying to get that incentive, we are doing what we're calling a game flow refactor. Very techie name, I know, but if we break it down, it's really giving you guys the opportunity to navigate around the game while you're waiting in the queue. So when you're waiting in matchmaking, your friends alone, what have you, you'll now be able to browse the store, check out some really cool outfits, some other areas of game, and even check out the archives.
Okay, that's
So
nice.
if you want to change your challenges or reach
You don't have to
more while
unready
you're
now
waiting,
to do that. That's good.
That's all up to you.
Yeah, and I
That's
really love
good.
this feature because it feels like not a big change, but actually it will just bring so much comfort and remove so much frustration that I really like the fact that the navigation will be easy and you won't have any, it will be more comfortable for you to
Exactly.
navigate.
And so now we're already making it more accessible to get to the archives for players by doing this, by putting the timer for the Rift on the main menu. But we're also doing some more updates to the archives coming later this year. So 2 of the main changes that I think players will appreciate right off the bat is now you can have 1 survivor active
Nice.
challenge and a killer active challenge. So no switching back and forth or anything crazy like this. No
Cool.
starting a killer match while having a survivor challenge equipped and feeling like you've wasted your time.
Actually, it will be super cool because with the matchmaking incentive you just mentioned before, well, if you see that the survivor queue is better for the moment, and you have a killer challenge on, you won't have to go back to the archive, switch the challenge just because you want to go to the survivor queue and lose time.
But
So
you could queue, and then you could change it, because now we let you. And so what would happen is as you find a match, we'll give you a notification full screen, let you finish whatever you're doing.
They really are. These are
and then
good
bring you
changes.
into the match. So I think that's going to be a very fun experience for players.
Very, very good.
But getting ahead of ourselves. One of our other big features that we're updating in the archives is your ability to view a full outfit within the Rift.
Oh, yeah, that was annoying.
I think we've both visited the Rift page quite a bit now that it's been out for a while. So now if a player selects a piece of a cosmetic from an outfit in that Rift, there's going to be an available button to click to view the full outfit as a preview.
Nice.
So if you're not keeping up to date with our amazing marketing trailers that are showing off all of these cool renders, you can view it from directly in the game. And then go watch the marketing trailer after, because they do a lot of work on these and they're very cool. Well, we're obviously trying to get a lot of these changes out for this fall in one of our upcoming archives releases, alongside some other yet-to-be unannounced archive stuff, which we're keeping a little hush-hush now. But it's the 3rd anniversary of the archives, so we're trying to put something really special together for you guys. But we've got another big feature in the works, and I think I'll let you spill the beans on this one.
Yes, and this one, I think, our player, you are going to love it. So we have decided, do you remember last year when we talked about bots?
Not at all.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
I'm sure you will do. So when we talk about bots, actually this year, by the end of the year, we really want to introduce bots in custom match.
Nice.
So the idea here is we want to give the player, like if you're missing a friend in a group, if you don't have any friends at all, or if you just want to play chill and try to learn a new killer, well, you will be able to do that in a custom match and just fill out the matches with
Dude, DVD
with
looking
bots.
kind of based.
So that will be extremely simpler for you to play. And we feel like for
Looking
some player, it can
kind of
be
good, bro.
intimidating to play a new killer or to just learn a new one. And
Great.
this will actually be a safe environment for them.
This will also
to
help on the
try,
PTB,
and
like when you're
remove
doing
the
new
pressure
killers
that
and
you can have
stuff.
sometime when
Because
you're
queues take a million years, so you could just do a custom game with
Not
bots.
Just learning a new killer, that can be stressful sometimes, but new maps as well, because the layouts can be entirely different. There's some new loops that you need to learn. So it's a great way for players to be able to practice those as well. So
That's a good question. I don't know.
Survivors as bots and just try out whatever map you want.
I can get good
you're
now.
absolutely correct. And this feature is probably the longest one for timeline, and we're targeting this winter for this one to be out. And we can't wait.
I'm super excited for this one.
I am too.
I'm a bad killer, so I'm looking forward to it.
And I think you still have 2 features that you would like to talk about this today?
I do. So these ones are a bit smaller, but I think our players and streamers will also be interested on both of these.
Oh,
The first one I'll discuss is what we're calling streamer mode
nice.
or anonymous mode.
Nice.
Still in development, so the name may change. But the basic premise of this is to make sure that all of our players feel safe as they're playing the game.
Good.
So that we're obscuring your name or the name of your friends as they're playing, so that no toxic players or ne'er-do-wells inside or outside the game can find it and target you in some way.
That's good.
And for the security, that's a huge plus as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So we just want our players to feel safe as they're playing our game, and we hope that this is a great tool to actually let them do it. Now, the other feature is, I guess, all about the survivors not feeling so safe, which is our updated wiggle system. So
Please don't force it. Please don't force it. I don't like the new wiggle system. Please don't.
For the past few months, we've been testing out our updated system under our beta tab, so players were able to opt in and try it out. So whereas previously the
Please
wiggle
let me
system was
toggle
mashing
between
two
them,
buttons back and
please.
forth, keyboard controller, whatever you chose. Now it's instead a skill check. So during the beta, we were all listening to a lot of our player feedback. So our design team has really taken that into account. And with those changes, we're going to make it a permanent feature in the future.
And on behalf of the team, really
What do you mean
thank
by
you for using the
feature?
beta
Can I
task.
toggle between
it?
it?
Was really, really useful for us to
I don't
collect
like
all
the
this
new wiggle.
information
Fuck the new
and just
wiggle. Let
try
me
to
use
feel
button
about the
smash.
changes that we just want to make sure that all the changes that we introduce in the game are the correct ones.
Yeah, I know we all love the PTB being
Can I
able to
opt
download
into that?
content, but this let us really bring in all of our console players who I've been asking for when, all of their input, especially given that it was very controller heavy, is really appreciated.
And sometimes we just need more time also to get the feedback.
It certainly helps. So with all of these, we also have some other smaller features that we weren't really able to fit in here. So head on over to our website at deadbydaylight.com to read a bit more after the segment.
Wait, what?
And we really hope you're
There's more?
excited about all the features that we announced today. I know we are, and we expect that you will enjoy this anniversary with us, and we hope you a very good Dead by Daylight experience here.
Yeah, enjoy the rest of the broadcast, everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah, I fucking hate the new wiggle.
My name's Jason. I'm a fog whisperer, and to me, Dead by Daylight is more than just a game. It's a lifestyle. I'm heading to a parkour gym to work with professional tag athletes. I want to learn how I can apply my DVD skills in real life.
Do you ever just like crouch at the chaser to get them angry?
World Chase Day
Oh
is a
no.
competition.
Stop.
One team throws in a chaser.
No, don't do it.
Vader.
Don't do it.
One rule is don't get caught.
Dude, this is Looping Legion. Looping Legion in Dead by Daylight. Oh my god.
So in chase tag, are you using vaulting? Because in DVD, when I'm being chased, vaulting is a pretty powerful evasion tool.
Yeah, vaulting gives you a very easy way of getting an obstacle in between you or whoever's chasing you.
So what about slow vaults?
Oh, stop. Stop.
What?
Stop. Stop. Oh my god.
To see my full training adventure, head to the Dead by Daylight YouTube page later this week.
Oh my god. Sorry. I had to delete one person's message and I ended up deleting like 3 because I'm bad.
The killer is in pursuit. What do you do? A. Drop the pallet.
I have no idea what's happening now.
Use dead hard.
Use Dead Hard! Let's go!
Forever.
Well,
Or
if
do
you use Dead Hard, you loop
crouch
forever.
furiously?
Easy club. E? Exactly. Exactly. There's another code. Very, very based code. Thanks, yeah. Anyone who cares about it, there you go. There's the code. You copy that and put it in your game.
Hello everyone, I'm Joe Ashley, the associate producer on Dead by Daylight. I'm joined by Xavier, our director, and also
Is he the new art
our
director?
project manager. A big part of what makes Dead by Daylight so great are the characters. And telling the stories is one of the best parts
Only
of our
2
job.
codes.
While a lot of storytelling is happened through lore, there's also a way for us to tell the story through the art and the visual. Today, we want to share with you a bit about the process of the collection that inspires us. We want to break some news about new announcement of our brand new collection we've been anxious to share with you guys for a while.
Yes, thank you, Josh. Well, let's take a moment to talk about like what's behind the several outfits and collection we provide to players during the year. So, artistically, the
Never
process
stop
is
slashing,
when we
yeah.
work on our own contents and when we work with licenses. When we do our own, we often look this as a way to put our own spin to icons and events everybody's familiar with. A great example is the Halo Blight collection. It's really our take on Halloween. You know, rather than creating cosmetics around traditional vampires, witches, werewolves, we decided to to do something more unique, to tell a unique story, and we have like our killers. We made them more horrific due to a substance linked to the entity. The result, I think, is unexpected, more original. The lore and art direction have been reinforced at the same time, and we get to celebrate Halloween in a way that's very true to Dead by Daylight.
So on my side, the product goal is to create collections like this for all seasons. These collections would be something that we could return to and add to every year, but on our own terms, in a way that's creative for Xavier. But also
trickster.
not feeling like too generic or too easy.
Maybe Joash, you could share with us the different steps on the production to create these visuals.
Sure thing. So as you know, Rose had got a good idea of what the type of collection that she wants. So afterward, I think the first step is to talk to the narrative team. The idea behind it is to make sure that we have a good idea and make sure also like it's kind of related to the character. So the cosmetic that we want is related to the character, the story background, and the lore. Afterward, we need to talk to the concept artists. They're the one who are going to put on paper pretty much with the art director and the concept art to put on paper pretty much the idea that we want as cosmetics. So and also this is the time for us to put in detail what we want. So meaning like the accessories, the detail, and the type of material.
Give Freddy some
Once
shades.
we're done, the
Give him some sunglasses.
can use those concepts to start their modeling phase. So pretty much to have the 3D model ready.
So in the case of the Fire Moon Festival, we created this in tribute to the Mid-Autumn Festival that is celebrated in so many Asian countries. And it is our own DBD-specific event that boasts like concerts and celebrations that are surrounding the full Fire Moon. And it's a celebration of life and also a reflection upon death.
Yeah.
So another part of creating this event ourselves was to be able to include a wider variety of characters into the collection. So, for example, those that didn't have an Asian heritage.
We should talk also about licenses, because today, right now, we have something really important to share with the fans. Right, Rose?
Yeah, indeed. So another interesting part of working on these collections is being able to work with existing licenses as well. So we're able to introduce new stories and other brands that we love also into the world of Dead by Daylight. Speaking of which, anime and mangas are widely requested from our fans around the world. And we're really excited to be able to announce today a new collection that's right around the corner, one that marks DBD's first major crossover with an anime title. So without further ado.
Did I hear Among Us, or was that any... Am I crazy? I literally have never seen Attack on Titan in my life, but cool. I swear they said Among Us.
The team are big fan of anime.
It's like, what?
Titan. The process of creating new outfits based on the
Among Us collection. Oh my god.
Has been really, really exciting. We're thrilled to be including 10 different outfits for both survivor and killers, and also we need to say some surprise for later on. I think we can still give some glimpse of the concept art for Attack on Titan.
Cool.
Oh, yeah. Because working on Attack on Titan was a great challenge.
Yeah, I've never seen it, so I have no idea what anything is supposed to look like.
To assimilate like the iconic aspect of
still interesting.
The art direction from the show and adapt it on 3D, making sure like the characters remain themselves even if applied on DBD characters. And because they are not legendary outfits, the goal was not to reskin them and transform them into something way too different from our more realistic art direction. So we then came with bigger eyes, etc. We felt it more like, okay, we could create like great cosplay of this character. Our mindset was more, what if our DBD characters were part of the Attack on Titan universe, and from who are they closer in their personalities and appearances? So it was really important for us to select some of our favorite characters from Attack on Titan, and so we could focus on some aspect of each to match our DBD personalities. We have Eren, one of the hero of the show, and we have Dwight. Dwight, in a sense, is one of our heroes also on DVD. He's here since years, and we kept the details of Dwight, like having the iconic glasses, the messy hair, and even with the equipment of Attack on Titan,
cool.
we made sure like the equipment isn't straight, and we have like nothing's perfect because it's Dwight. We have Angie. For her, it was easier because we have Zarina also, and it was a perfect match. She's a scientist that investigates on Titans, and
Cool.
with Zarina, like they are both very inquisitive and investigators that work well. To keep the details of Zarina herself, we gave her eye patch, but not the glasses because she doesn't wear glasses. The Armor Titan. He's there, you know, we have it as an ultra rare cosmetic for the Oni.
Oh, cool.
And not only was a good match because we apply this skin in one of our largest killer of the game, but also we were able to use his crystal form for the rage mode.
Naked Oni.
While the base of the crystals
Oh my
are blue
God.
in the show, we tinge them with a red VFX to represent the traditional Oni blood rage for the game.
That's it for us. We hope you enjoyed the behind the look scene and also our new collection that we just showed you. Of course, we're going to keep an eye for more Attack on Titan news. Thank you.
心臓を捧げよう。
New chapter, chat. Oh my god, let's go. I've never seen the Survivor in my entire life. I definitely haven't seen the leaks. I need to act surprised with everything I see. Oh my god, it's a closet. Sam. The Dredge and Hattie. Zam. June 7th. Holy shit, that's like right away.
Hi everyone.
Davey. How are we doing?
Glad to be here today to share
Davey.
the content for our latest chapter, and of course to celebrate the 6th anniversary of Dead by Daylight. The tradition is to tell you all the content that's going to be in the chapter. And this time, we're quite excited. We're changing the recipe a little bit, and we're doing an original chapter. So this new chapter is called Roots of Dread, and it's a full chapter. It contains a new survivor, a new killer, and a new map within a new realm of the entity. That's quite exciting. So the story for the chapter revolves around a town, a perfect town. Well, a town that
The
seems to
lore.
be perfect.
The
Of
lore.
course, the residents are hiding something terrible. They're hiding secrets and a darkness. And when that darkness starts to bubble up to the surface, it creates our newest killer, the Dredge. So let's talk about it a little bit. So the Dredge is inspired by the Boogeyman, a story that is global and is known around many cultures. It's a domestic fear. It's a monster that is really close to us, that is in our familiar environment.
Got that
inside our
long
house,
neck.
under our bed, in our wardrobe.
Oh my
And that's the
god.
type of
Oh
creature
my
we want
god.
to feature and create. So it is the physical representation of the darkness of the whole town, of their secrets. And it is a weird and strange creature, a monster. It has an impossible biology featuring various limbs, heads, different parts. It is emotionless, and it's impossible to plead for your life when in front of this creature. We wanted to make sure to create a visceral scare when facing this creature. It's a bit like when you're having a nightmare, and you know it was super scary when you wake up, but you can't exactly put your finger on what it was that you've seen. The visual design of the Dredge is quite unique. It's a first for Dead by Daylight killers. It's a monster recreated by different limbs, different heads, claws, pincers, tentacles.
Oh, you did
We
not
wanted
just
to
say
make sure that
tentacles.
you,
Oh
the
no.
player, would be able to customize
Uh-oh.
as you wanted this monster. What's really cool as well for the cosmetic is that we are able to explore themes that are organic, but also constructs, like this amazing cosmetic that features dolls. All right, now let's move on to the power of the dredge. So when playing the dredge, we wanted you to feel like you're the embodiment of darkness, of fear itself. We wanted to recreate that feeling of a monster that's really close to us, that lives in your house. And so there are two phases to the power. The first phase is the ability to use lockers to teleport from.
Oh my god, it's the Legion rework! Oh my god!
Great for map movement. You'll be able to travel the map really quickly. But it's also great to surprise survivors that are nearby lockers, and even survivors that are hiding inside the lockers. The second phase of the power is called Night Cycle, and this is where it gets really interesting. So based on action the dredge will make and some passive abilities, the Night Cycle will build on the survivor. When it is finally completed, Night Cycle will trigger, and a darkness will engulf the survivor. This darkness makes it very difficult to navigate, especially in chases.
But what's the
only
range,
thing the
though?
survivor can see in the distance will be the dredge itself. So that's really creepy, and will for sure make the survivor make mistakes. Of course,
What
the
does
dredge
that look
comes
like,
with 3
though?
unique perks. We won't go into the details of these perks today, but I can say that they are themed around chaos, secrets, and corruption.
Oh, Gage.
Okay, now let's move on to our newest survivor. She's called Hattie Core, and you might know her from some archive entry that appeared in the past. She appeared 3 times in the archive, actually. So Hattie has a dual heritage. She is born in northern India, but was raised by her adoptive family in Quebec. And so this will be an interesting background to explore through her different cosmetic and also through future archive entries. Hattie has a very unique ability to see bleeds. These are areas of the world where the entity's influence intersect with our world. And so Hattie had her share of paranormal adventures and encounters with dreadful beasts from the entity's world, strange creature. And actually we can see on her body all sort of scratch and marks from these encounters. Of course, Hattie will come with 3 unique perks added to the roster of abilities that the survivors are able to equip and use. These are themed around paranormal insight, proficiency with occult items, and her own temerity. And finally, let's talk about the map.
The new map.
So this time around,
Oh, let's
we're really
go.
excited to introduce a new realm for this chapter. So really, we are going back to the roots of horror, to a classic, something that we see numerous times into different horror novels, movies, and other horror material. And this is a small American town. So we wanted to make sure that we created something domestic, something familiar. And so for the dredge map called the Garden of Joy, we are featuring one of the house of the perfect town that we talked about earlier. This house looks perfect from the outside. It is like a ghost sitting in the middle of a gloomy forest created by the entity. And when you go inside that house, you'll see how twisted and wrong it is, just like the residents that are hiding all of this darkness in secret. What's really cool about this new realm is that in the future, we will be able to explore it again, but in other contexts than in the dredge perfect town. So this realm is built from different memories, from different characters. And so we'll be able to explore different cities wrapped inside that same realm.
Wait, what?
All right.
So like
that was
parts
the whole
of
concept
like
of our
Cold
newest
Wind
chapter, Roots of Dread.
on the
I
map,
hope you
or
are
like
as
Asylum,
excited as us
basically?
to try this new content.
Question mark?
And you'll be able to do so right after this event as we go live.
It's my house, don't look.
The chapter will become available to all on June 7th. So thank you again for listening today, and thank you for an incredible year of Dead by Daylight.
Cool.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Dr. Italo Brown, emergency physician, and this is Dead by Daylight.
Is this ASMR?
All right. So why is this person sitting? Oh, now that's actually kind of dope. It looks like he was injured or something, and she came through and rubbed this man's back. Look, if we could start prescribing back rubs in the emergency department, I promise you, I would let the thing fly. Everybody, you get a back rub. You get a back rub. Straight up on some, Oprah level stuff. It's actually funny because there is evidence that back rubs help. They help physiologically. People say that it lowers heart rate, lowers blood pressure. Curative back rub for everybody, all right? Let's get it popping. Next video. Yo, I've seen it. All in your back. Wait a minute, bro. Oh, dude, no. Wait a minute. All right. I had to pause. One, this man got thrown on a hook, and I've seen this in a bunch of different movies, so it's really accurate. These like butcher hooks.
Let me check Steam.
Obviously, if someone ended up on one, it was intentional.
Is
From that
no,
angle,
PTB
I'm
might not
pretty
be up
sure
yet. Hang on.
it's piercing, one of the ventricles of the heart, right? So the heart, we know, is like this, right? That left ventricle is kind of posterior and sits to the side, as if I took a football and held it, with the laces kind of downward, right? So if that goes through that left ventricle, man, he's dead. There ain't no pulling yourself up off of it. No, sir. I don't believe it. He not walking away from this at all. That's a fact. If you're enjoying this analysis, make sure you
Not
head
yet.
over to Dead by Daylight's YouTube channel for
It's
the
not
full
out yet,
video
huh?
later on this week, okay? Happy
I'll just
6th
check
anniversary,
anyway.
y'all. Peace.
Yeah, no, you're right. Feels bad. Add Susie's cat hoodie in the store. I will literally buy that. Alright, I'm gonna get water. Let me know if I miss anything important. I'll be back.
You see a lit hex totem. What do? A. Disassemble it. B. Leave it be. Probably haunted ground. C. Turn it into a boon totem. D. Point at it, but let your teammates deal with it.
Alright, let's... Boon totem. Boon. Fucking love boon totems. I must use my circle of healing. No boons, no bitches. Oh man. Jester.
Hey there, everybody.
Hey,
I'm
Justin.
I'm one of the product managers on Dead by Daylight. Still stuck in this fog from earlier, but this time joined by a new partner.
Hi, I'm May. I am a Twitch lurking, dog snuggling influencer manager on Dead by Daylight.
So, since a Dead by Daylight anniversary wouldn't be the same without a celebration in the fog, both May and myself are here to share with you what's going on for the Dead by Daylight 6th anniversary in-game event. So, last year we had a really fun one, but the team has taken a hard look at what worked and what didn't, and we're trying to find ways to take it even further for the 6th anniversary, which is actually starting on our real anniversary this year. So the event starts on June 16th. I think it's really cool. So for the theme this year, the Fog is going to be celebrating something called the Twisted Masquerade. Now, this is meant to be a real party in the world of Dead by Daylight that's being hosted in the entity's name by someone lurking in the shadows, I've heard.
Everyone loves a masquerade, so we've really tried to run with the theme and taken our decorations to the next level. As you might have already noticed in this broadcast, we've added this gorgeous midnight blue to our usual black and gold color palette, and you'll see it all over the entity's realm during this event. We're also reskinning the Killer Shack and the exit gates, and there's going to be some really cool, creepy effects because of it. Expect the entire fog to be decked out to the nines.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of things that we're decorating for really the first time, like proving just how big this whole celebration really is. We really want this to feel like a party and a celebration. So everything is really going to play on this masquerade theme in some interesting ways, beginning with our anniversary cosmetics. So last year was the second year that we actually did the crown collection, where mechanic-wise, players would run around, find pedestals, and collect a crown.
Am I the only one who
character.
thought crowns looked terrible?
This year, with this
And
masquerade
like,
theme,
I never
we wanted
used
to
them
find
literally
ways that we
ever.
could really push it further and deliver an even bigger payoff when it came to the cosmetics that you'd be able to collect.
So while you'll still be hunting down pedestals in your trial, this time you're going to be grabbing invitations to the Twisted Masquerade. Collecting those invitations will earn you one of 12 possible cosmetics as killer or survivor, and since we're going to a masquerade, it's going to be beautiful hand-designed masks. Last year, when you could earn cosmetics for every single original character, it was the same crown for each and every one of them. We feel like that's run its course, and we wanted to do something a little more special this year. This year, we're focusing on one original survivor and one killer for every year of Dead by Daylight. The mask you earn will only be wearable for that specific character because it's tailor-made to suit their personality and style. The masks are also going to be earned.
I actually
randomly,
didn't.
so
I didn't
even
know.
you play
I don't know
this
if Legion
twice,
got
you
one.
might earn one for Elodie or the Spirit.
And I mean, if you guys have actually seen it on the table, that's Dwight.
So while we are focusing on a smaller subset of characters, they're going to make much more meaningful additions to your collection and look.
Those are better
pretty sweet
cosmetics, and they
so
actually
much
look
more.
like they're made with quality and care, unlike the crowns, which are just copy and pasted just like 24 times.
Been told many times I can't take it home with me, so I'll have to settle for just earning it in-game. And similar to what we did for our Halloween event, the Midnight Grove, the 6th anniversary will also include an event tome.
Cool.
So what's great about this is we're going to have 2 full levels of challenges and lore that's directly tied to the Twisted Masquerade. And one big addition in this is going to be the community challenges. So last year, if you were around doing our community challenges, we were communicating on this via our social media channels. And we feel like the players really enjoyed this, but we want to bring it a little closer.
Please let
to
us track it in game. Right.
There'll be an entire top track
Good.
dedicated to these community challenges.
Good feedback.
On that, you
Easy
can track
feedback.
both the global progression of everyone making effort towards these community challenges and your own direct contributions. Your own direct contributions are important because you're going to have to work, and you can't just take advantage of everyone else's hard work.
Exactly, but while the players are waiting
Is that a
for the community to catch
No, is
up
that a
so
Michaela
they can
top?
go on to the next challenge, there will be a set of personal challenges below on each level that you can work towards.
Oh wait, no, it's probably
These
for
are
Hattie.
also
Never mind.
give you a little bit more
ATB's live?
background on
Oh,
what's
sick.
happening for the story behind the scenes of the archives and of the Twisted Masquerade.
I have to
You're going to
research
be earning
them.
event cosmetics either way, so definitely take the time, try to finish all of them.
So what about Dredge and Hattie? Are they getting something for this masquerade?
So since these are actually our 2 new characters coming in, it's important that we're treating them as our guests of honor for the Twisted Masquerade. So if you're seeing from any of the content that we're sharing, both Dredge and Hattie are getting full outfits themed for the event that you can unlock.
All right, I'm installing the PTB now.
And the personal goals. So if you want all of it, you have to do both.
And they're really worth getting, so I suggest you do. And we also have some very cool very gross charms, like this 6th anniversary rancid cupcake, a pop-up card, and my personal favorite, a skull with a little party hat.
And that's definitely a reminder of the last person who tried to bring a party hat into the fog.
Try and stop
Anthony doesn't like fun. So
Restart your
for a few
Steam.
final touches on the event. We're
Then it
bringing
will
back
show
some
up.
things from last year that worked really well, like our loading screens with developer comments and selected art. So, as you're loading up into your game, you're going to see quotes from wacky folks like myself, May, and others, and really bring you a bit closer to the really cool people who work on Dead by Daylight. On top of this, we're going to be bringing back our daily discounted Shrine of Secrets. So instead of it cycling on a weekly basis, we're going to be changing all of the perks every single day.
Cool.
And be providing you a discount, so it costs less iridescent shards
Very
for every
cool.
single perk available during the event. On top of that, because we know you guys love blood points, we're going to be doing a weekend blood hunt event.
Nice.
Again, still not done.
Is it
We're
2
going to
times
be
though?
giving a lot of login currencies. So, if that's not enough blood points for you, not enough rift fragments, not enough iridescent shards, players will be able to earn more of these just by logging in.
It's definitely not the time to save your pennies for a rainy day. There's so much fun stuff to get. Take advantage. But for now, on behalf
Good
of
event.
everyone, I just want to say thanks again for
Good
another
event.
amazing year of Dead by Daylight. And we'll see you
It's a
in
lot
the
of stuff.
fog on June 16th for the Twisted Masquerade.
We'll see you there.
Ooh, Gage. Is that it? He's gonna play Dead by Daylight at the table. Oh, it's the tally marks. It's the logo of DBD, chat. Oh my god. No way. When you gotta go, you gotta go. Legion! Oh my god, he's Frank, chat. Oh, Frank face reveal. No way. He's Legion. He's Legion.
Very excited to share some great news.
Darkness Amogus.
So we had a big update in Japan at the end of April, and the results are amazing. We want to
Shit is
release
real.
this to the rest of the world. In the
Who
United
gauge?
States, there will be a closed beta test in the next few weeks, so stay tuned for that. You should know there's going to be quite a lot of new features in this version of the game. Leaderboards, quick matches, team system. We're also improving many aspects of the game. There's going to be visual improvements on the performance, fluidity of gameplay, and the control layout, and the new player tutorial. Also, there's going to be some brand new rewards added and some unique customization. More news are going to be coming very soon.
New Realm Japan. Oh, Gage. Oh my god, the dating sim is real. You're lying. Stop. No. No! Well, I gotta let's play it now. I gotta let's play it, chat. I gotta let's play it. It's just the way it has to be. Hooked on you. Oh my fucking god, bro. That's so funny. DVD down bad.
If you had told me when we launched this game that I'd be here 6 years later with my feet in the sand announcing a Dead by Daylight dating sim, I would have never believed you. And that is what makes today such an amazing day.
Oh, Gage.
I'm excited to be able to announce that Hooked on You, a Dead by Daylight dating sim, is quickly coming. So it is a crazy idea. It's an absurd concept, but we are always looking for new ways to tell our
How did he
Dead by Daylight
change
story,
so fast?
and our fans have shown us over the years just how thirsty they are.
Yeah, that's a way to
for,
put it.
More background and more stories about
Yeah.
our characters.
Uh-huh.
So last year we did an official community survey exploring new ways potentially of expanding the universe of Dead by Daylight, and I think the third one
Mori me daddy trickster. I'm a naughty survivor.
we decided to go with it.
Oh no.
This was a tall order. We needed to find the right people to do this justice, to really treat this properly so that it didn't turn out as insane as it sounds. So we decided to go with some specialists out there, some people that made a little game called I Love You, Colonel Sanders.
Oh my god,
that was
KFC dating sim is real. It is real.
And I'm very happy
No
to
way.
have with me today Alexei to try up to talk a little bit. He's the creative
That's so
director
funny.
For the upcoming Dead by Daylight dating sim.
Thank you for having me. I'm really excited that I got to create such a unique take on such a really serious and kind of grim world and bring it into
Ironically, be the most I care about the D&D lore ever.
some rosy
Oh
warm
my
light on it.
god.
That's
down
So you're
bad.
absolutely
Down
right. It's
bad.
we created a very grim universe, and we asked you to do something extremely silly with it.
Yeah.
How does one go about making this right?
Sure. Well, I like to say that when making a project that seems as off-kilter and unexpected as this, the big gimmick for me is that there is no gimmick. It is
Yeah, the
a serious
PTB is
game
almost
that
done
we take
downloading.
really seriously when we create it, and we treat all of the characters with a sense of humor, but with sort of deep respect as well, so that we can make a really compelling game that does justice to the expectations that fans have and the expectations that these characters would have if they were slightly more real.
So it's a matter of really finding a new, interesting context in which these characters can actually express a different side of themselves.
Yeah, so the story that we're creating is very much not a canon story for. the
It's
Dead by
not
Daylight
canon?
community
Oh
out
my
there.
god.
Want to make sure
How
that's
could
clear.
you?
That being said,
What's
we
up,
want
Jake?
to create something that really does justice to the truths that have been established. So we started someplace as far away as we could by thinking about, what is the brightest and happiest kind of take on this world? Well,
Yes,
maybe
yes.
it's something like the beach episode of a sitcom or an anime series, and then kind of pull our way back into that main core experience of what's going through these killers or survivors' minds at any given moment, and try and make sense of those two worlds playing together and see what kind of crazy stuff comes from it.
So obviously one of the main questions that people have is, what characters from Dead by Daylight will I be able to interact with in this?
Sure. Well, leaning into that kind of sitcom or anime kind of cliches and tropes, and then kind of turning them on their head, we decided to take 4 killers, since killers are the most monstrous and inhuman characters in the world, and make them as human as we could by assigning 4 kind of typical TV trope archetypes to them. So we've got the Trapper, who is standing in as the jock. We've got the Huntress, who is standing in as the overachiever. We've got the Wraith, who is playing the nerd. And we've got the Spirit, who is the goth.
That's amazing. And it's interesting also as a take, because those sort of archetypes, those cliches from horror movies from forever ago, are things that we try to not erase, but we try to avoid when we did Dead by Daylight. Especially
This
on the
is so
survivor
fucking
side.
funny.
We had them much more be humans and relatable. So it's really interesting to see those things that are very important to the horror genre be represented in this.
Yeah, it in writing the experience, it made for a really fun twist. And what we recognized when we dug as deep as we could into the lore and talked so much with your team is that all of these killers come from a really human place to begin with. They've all suffered some sort of trauma or some sort of really dark thing in their past that bringing them into this kind of comedy scenario, but still exploring their real lore, it was just like pretty wild. So we had a lot of fun with it.
Very cool. And who, as the player, like it was an interesting choice to figure out who the player would be in this scenario.
Well, we want to let the player play as themselves. So this is an interactive branching story, and you will get to make decisions that define who you are. There is no canon version of yourself, and we thought that that was a great way to really do justice to the huge amount of diversity and variety in the Dead by Daylight audience.
Yeah.
And so we wanted to make sure that the 4 killers who you get to romance really represent 4 very different
Oh my
types
god,
of
down
relationships.
bad.
And you get to be yourself and see which killer is right for you as you make honest decisions.
Y'all are
in
funny.
response to some terribly strange questions.
That's awesome. A very important piece of also building that world and really giving the ambiance, the gravitas it needed, is the music.
Yeah.
And you got a really cool opportunity in there.
Yeah, we worked directly with Michel, the composer for Dead by Daylight, to make sure that even though we took this to a very different sonic place of marimba and steel drums,
What's up, Christian? Hope all's
some
well.
jazz flute solos or Spanish guitar, we still got to express that kind of core DNA of Dead by Daylight and give people something that's new and unique, but also kind of true to the original game that they
As
love
the live
so-
stream?
so
Well, they're doing a dating
Michel
sim,
is kinda
so
happy to be able to try
say it's
kind of a
probably
few
S
different
tier.
styles that
What's
he
up,
hasn't,
Kat?
And I think he surprised both of us with the jazz flute.
It may seem like an odd thing to say about something that sounds and looks so different, but we wanted to make sure that it really feels fresh but authentic.
That's awesome.
True,
Thank
Cat.
you so
True.
much for taking the time to join us here in sunny Montreal for this little beach moment. I can say that this is one of the most out there things that we've ever done.
Yes, Kat,
I'm
yes.
Very, very excited about this.
You can
If
date
obviously want more
DVD killers in a
details,
dating
there will be
sim.
more information coming, but for now you should know you'll be able to get your little hands on Hooked on You, a Dead by Daylight dating sim this summer on Steam.
Oh,
And
let's
if
go!
you do
Easy
that,
Let's Play
you'll
chat.
also get a unique charm in Dead by Daylight.
Oh my god, easy
Now,
clap.
Thank you again to all of our fans. Thank you for making this possible for us. And for once, I will say, I'll see you on the beach. We're almost done here, but we have one more question for you. What would you like us to wrap the show with? A, some more new content, or B, a special surprise?
Well, that's a wrap for our 6th anniversary broadcast and to an amazing year of Dead by Daylight. I hope you enjoyed yourself. The PTB for our latest chapter, The Roots of Dread, is live now, so go try it, have fun. Again, a huge thank you to our entire team and to you, our amazing community. You know, time really flies. It seems like just yesterday that during our 5th anniversary, we revealed to you that we were going to do a Resident Evil chapter. Your reaction was so good at the time that we wondered, why stop there?
You did. Oh my fucking god.
You know, your classic horror characters.
My mic was muted for like the last 3 minutes. Oh my god, bro. Fuck my life. I was hyping it up, dude. I was like, yo, it's Ari and DVD, bro. Oh my god. my dumbass just muted my mic.
Was the guy?
I muted my mic because my cat wanted to leave my room, so I was letting him out. I just forgot to unmute, I guess. Fuck.